Not to mention, at the same time those orbs showed up, the REM pod was going off like crazy. The trifield meter was zinging like crazy, and then these orbs showed up, and then well, what we just did totally recently, Pam and Amanda and I and James, we went to some private property and got some real interesting things. We got vocals and what else, Pam? We got so many things.
Yeah,
it was pretty interesting. We got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, at night we use the red light. So then I put the red light on my head and I walk around, and we think we might have got a being from that. Let me see if I can pull this up. Do you have? Let me see here. Let me out there. All right, so let me try to find this one thing. Can I go over this first?
Oh, do what you want. The floor is yours.
We do a lot of.
You're here for my entertainment.
Well, we do a lot of research in the Ocala National Forest, okay? And Pam and I and James and Amanda and Dawn and we have a lot of people, Rebecca, that come and go. We don't go all out together because, of course, it doesn't work out that way. But we all go as a group. As a group, I'd rather use group than team because guess what? My group expands on my group page, Bigfoot World Cryptids and the Paranormal Researchers of Central Florida. I have a lot of members that do a lot of research on our footage, and we welcome that because we do a lot of research and going over the footage and walking around the woods and everything. We don't have all this time, and they find incredible things. Yeah. But so this particular what I want to show you, and then after I show you this, then maybe Tim can go over some of his stuff as well, and then
sure. All right.
And Pam too, and James. So this is when Pam, we were at the mounds, right? And we were now. Pam, tell them about what you saw though that I did not see with that orb.
It was a great big, round orb. It was humongous. It was in the sky, and it came straight down and hit the woods. But it was all four of us seen it, but Kathy didn't see it. Yeah, she was turned the other way, but we all seen it, and it just came from the sky and straight into the mounds. It was pretty weird.
And then
what do you mean by mounds? I heard you say the time or two.
Oh, Native American burial mounds is where we were going.
Okay. I got you.
So we're at the mounds. Too. Yep, we're at the mounds, and we're sitting. We always go in the evening, and we go in the day a lot too, but we do go in the evening. So that night we're sitting there, and as you can see, this right here is our red light. We do hang red lights on the trees. And so this is a red light. This is a REM pod, and this is James' laser pointer. And once again, this is the red light. This is the REM pod, and this is the pointer. So then the next picture Amanda took, she put on the flash, and it came out like this. As you can see, the normal red light doing its normal little shining thing. And it's the next two pictures that were like, what is going on here? Because as you can see, this picture right here, this is the same one. So we'll go down here. This kind of looks like a Bigfoot. This kind of looks like a UFO. It even has it. And I'm not a big UFOer. I'll be the first to say I don't study it. I don't watch shows on it. If it's there, it's there. It doesn't interest me. Oh, wow, UFO. I'm not going to say I don't believe in them. I just don't get into them, I guess. But this.
That silhouette. It's crazy.
But this here looks like a dome. You can scroll up on it and you can see little feet on the thing. And then how it got so bright. And it was like, what the heck? And then if you can see the way this direction is going, then this one's going this direction.
Yeah,
and at the same time, and at the same time, I had an audio out there. So because we always put audio when we're researching. So just in case something comes in, because we're always into the paranormal as well. And you never know. We've got a lot of EVPs. But so this night, we put that there. After Pam and them saw, James and Amanda saw the ball of light go down like that. Why don't check the EVP? And this is unbelievable, but and it's on my YouTube, but in the EVP, Tim T even heard it. It says, where's the spaceship? Where's the spaceship? Where's the spaceship? And it gets frantic. And it asks it over and over again. And it's wild. So that's
it's at least
the angle of that's different, you said.
Well, kind of
those two.
Yeah. And we did have a couple of, and this right here, this guy, real fast. This one is from the mounds too. A group member found this from my Facebook page. They go over my video, and they find these things. Do we see when we're there? No. We do have tri-field meters that do go off, and they tell us the electromagnetic fields. I'm speaking over that because I actually got one because he has one, and I thought it was pretty cool. And so this guy, Pam, one more story about the mounds, and I'm gonna let Tim take over for a minute. But Pam lost her glasses. Pam, tell them the story on the glasses.
Yeah, that was the night that you're seeing all that. And I lost my glasses right as it should have been right where I'm sitting right there. And then I went out of town and Kathy and them found them, but
3 weeks later,
they weren't where they were supposed to be.
No, and what happened is when I found them, so we were always asking them, please, give us their glasses back. We just want the glasses. She just got the prescription. I mean, literally, she just got the prescription. So then we were going back. No, James even went back. And look, as he goes to the areas where we go, sometimes he goes by himself because he just gets up and goes, which is fine. And he went to that area. He couldn't find it. So it was funny because it was me, Amanda, and I forgot who else. Might have been Dawn. Maybe it was Dawn. And we had went back. And on the way out, like we don't even walk. Like I was stepping over the branch where we do walk, looking in this direction. And there it was now, 3 weeks later. And here's those glasses sitting right up out in the open, not covered up by any leaves, any twigs, any stems, any pine leaves, because you're talking 3 weeks gone by in Florida. They weren't scratched, they weren't damaged, they were just like laying right there.
They weren't nowhere near that area.
That way, because we have our own way in, our own way out type of thing. So that was crazy. So we're almost thinking maybe this is the guy that gave it back to us, because this is the guy at the mountains, and James has got pictures of him before at the mountains with IR too.
Yeah.
But then, so I'm gonna let Tim T.
That's a really good picture.
Yeah, that's a neat one right there.
Yeah.
I can't look away.
I mean, it's hard because it's unbelievable. And like I said, Rick McKenzie found this from our group, from our Facebook group page. He found this. I mean, they're incredible. The people on my Facebook page, they're incredible. I mean, we have good people. Yeah, we have great mods. They don't let these trolls in. Sometimes you might not even get in if you're not even a troll, because we're just real picky who we let in, because we're not taking no nonsense. We're not going to start off.
Even you kicked me out of there one time for a post. We can't talk about that.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
No. Remember me and you talked about it.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Couple weeks ago, you're like, I can't do that. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't out. I just didn't let you post it.
Yeah. Don't let me make things awkward for everyone, because I'll do it. Like, oh God.
We don't like drama. We're drama free in our group.
Sweet mother of God, I did it again.
What'd you do? But Tim, so Tim is a great researcher, and he's been such a big help to us. We've learned a lot from him, and we took him out to our areas and stuff, and so we've been doing the research together. So there you go, Tim. You're up.
Okay, yeah, me and Kathy has been friends for a couple of years. We help each other a lot too with our videos and editing and stuff like that, and audio. I mostly do my research in the Green Swamp here in Central Florida, and I get a lot of stuff here too. Plus, me and my wife, we go back to certain areas. We have just a few certain areas that we keep going back to and refilming. We keep getting they get very close to us. We've got a lot of good photos of them. We get them on thermal camera a lot. I keep my thermal camera running the whole time I'm out there, and I catch really good thermal images.
Yeah, I hear that's the most reliable way to do it.
It is, yeah.
Thermal.
It works really good because you can use it nighttime or daytime.
We as well have an IR camera, and we got the weirdest thing the other day. Did you see that, Tim? Did you see that? We call him the plowman. Yeah. I don't know where he came from, but so Amanda's filming, and she goes to the left, and there I am going to the woods. Then she goes to the right, And sometimes going through the footage, I'm not gonna lie, it's tough and it's tiring, and you want to fall asleep, and you're waiting for the big what is that when you're doing this, going through the footage.
Yeah, it takes up a lot of time.
It does. And then so she goes over to the right, and I see a figure of a man with a plow. It looked like a plow. And then I said, what is that? I said, wait a minute, back that up. I'm talking to myself, of course. I'm the one that's going over the footage. Then she goes back this way, and then I'm there. And then I'm not there because I'm already walked in the woods. But she goes over to the left again. Then she pans over to the right, and it's still there. You can still see it. And then she panned over again this way. And then she panned over this way. And it was just about to go out of frame. And then she panned over this way again because she's just sitting there panning back and forth, but because I don't think she even saw it. And then when she panned over this way, when she panned, she even went wider out like this, and it is gone, completely gone, not there. And see if I have him.
His beard showed up wide on the thermal, just like mine does.
Yeah.
A plow? Do you mean like an old school mule and plow?
Yeah. Oh, you know where I put it? Right here. Here he is, right here. Oh, here he is, right there.
Yeah.
This guy.
Oh, shit.
There he is with the plow. Yep.
Wow, he's doing something.
And James, tell him what you said about what you think it looks like.
Yeah, in one of the folklore things is about this guy that would take people across the river Styx after they've died, and so they can go to the other side. And he looked just like the guy to me from the river Styx.
Hades.
Face
you used to have to pay him like a couple of pennies to get you across the river. So they used to put pennies on people's eyes after they buried them, before they buried them.
And I'll tell you, it wasn't me or Pam out there plowing. we don't have no plow out there. So I thought, wow. And let me look at this one. Look at this guy.
Could have been Hank Williams.
I don't know.
I wish that would be cool.
I don't know if you can see this, but if you go up here like this was the IR. If you can see this, fingers right here, holding on to the tree. And I think it's because Tim, I wanted to ask you about this. Because it's IR, to me, it looks like this is awfully darn thin for a Bigfoot. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking this up here and this up here would be fur or hair because it's the IR. Is that right thinking, or what would you think? Because I swear these look like fingers to me hanging on to the tree.
Yeah, it does look like fingers. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a cone head. Eye, nose, mouth, shoulder, and then his arm is here. See how thick it is here? Because you can see the hair right here. And then his fingers are holding on to the tree right there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, yeah.
So that's my plowman.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, it's maybe using a wheelbarrow or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and I thought maybe that too, but actually, I don't have it on here. Somebody did a side-by-side of a regular man in the old days with the plow, and then this guy. We call him the plowman because there were different types of plows back then.
Oh, yeah, there was, yeah.
So, but...
Also at the mounds, Kathy got what looks like a monolith with a cross on top of it.
Oh, yeah. Where is that? Hold on, let me look.
And there's nothing like that there at the mounds, but she also caught that on the thermal camera.
Oh, here. Okay, yeah, I'll tell you where that one is. Right here, I have it. Hold on.
And the thing is, heat. That person plowing was giving off heat.
Yeah, that's the thing.
To be able to see it.
That was the black. Here it is, right here. All right, on this one. Right here, we'll start with this. This is with the IR at the mounds, okay? And so this to me would be like a cone-shaped head. This would be like the arm. This is me. But over here is what the interesting thing is. I don't know if your viewers can see it because of the way I can't, blow it up type of thing. But right here, this is a cross right here. This is like what do you call those where you put the people in the mausoleum or something?
Mausoleums.
Yeah,
mausoleum.
There's a door right here. There is no building out there. None. All woods. But right here, once again, a guy named Terry from the group found this through my IR footage, and he sent it to me. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for this group, I don't have time to do all this. But look at this.
You'd almost have to pay somebody to do all that.
But they just do it out of the kindness of their hearts because they
sure
like the group, because we don't people don't bash people, and trolls don't come on saying because you know what? Bye, Felicia. Gone. I just have time for it. I just have time for it. And I'll give no warnings. They're gone. They're out of here. But Pam loves the mounds, and James has had a cam out there in the mounds, and he got several things too. Now, this
are the mounds out in the middle of the Ocala swamp? Ocala?
It is in the Ocala National Forest, the Indian Mountain. This guy here, he's
I bet that's a fun place.
Yeah, this guy here, he's from the mountains. He doesn't look very nice. Mouth here, nose, eye, brow, forehead. But Tim he gets some real good. Tim, tell him about the candy bar one. That's a good one. Tim.
Yeah, one of our areas that I've been leaving gifts. I've been leaving gifts there for about 2 years now, and me and a friend of mine, Bigfoot Dave, and my wife, we were going into this one area here and putting out game cameras, and I got a lot of orbs in there on game cameras, and we would put out the gifts, and then as we're walking away, we would turn around and film. And my friend Bigfoot Dave, he would take photos. He would take a bunch of photos with his phone, and he caught a juvenile holding my candy bar wrapper as we were walking away.
Oh, really?
It ran in there, snatched up the candy bar real quick before another one could get it. It's a pretty good photo.
Yeah, that was a good one. Pam, do you want to tell him, or James or whatever, do you want to tell him about this one? This picture right here?
James, you want to jump on that one?
Well, I guess I could. Yeah, I took a series of 3 pictures, one before, one at this picture, and one after. The one before and the one after didn't have them orbs in it. Them orbs showed up in the middle picture.
Not to mention, at the same time those orbs showed up, the REM pod was going off like crazy. The tri-field meter was zinging like crazy, and then these orbs showed up. And then was that the same night that we got that? This was at night in World.
Yeah.
Just to let everybody know, the tri-field meter is picking up radio frequency, which is a microwave electrical current. Just like
so that's what you were using there?
Yeah, that's what she's talking about with the tri-field meter.
Tri-field meter, like you turn it on, it goes, if something's around, like the energy, it will make the meter go off.
Yeah, sometimes out there in the woods like that, we're getting hit with so much radio frequency. It's just like standing beside your microwave with it on, or standing beside a cell phone tower.
Wow.
Yeah, and when it zings, now we were at that private property. It never. When we were at that private property, that tri-field meter never stopped, and I got a headache at the end. Did you end up getting a headache? And Amanda got a headache.
Yeah, it was going up to 3,000s, 5,000s, and all that on the readings.
My headache didn't go away until the next day, and I had to take a Tylenol. When did yours go away, Pam?
I got it after I left there.
Did you?
But I did take ibuprofen too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well,
you think it's infrasound?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
And I think Amanda got hit pretty bad because she don't feel good. She's been sick all day since the day after we got back. And so I'm thinking, we
were getting hit with a lot of real high frequencies that night.
Very high.
Constantly.
Yeah,
you could have been hit with infrasound as well.
Yeah, Tim's
you've been hit with it too, right, Tim?
Yeah, I've been hit with it a couple of times with the infrasound. And from what I'm finding, it's different than the radio frequency. It's different. It gives you different feelings and different the way it hits you.
Okay. It definitely gives me a headache on the strong ones. I just call them the strong ones because so I have casted this from the private property when I went there one other time because actually the private property is my daughter-in-law's grandmother's place. So I can go there like anytime I want to go there. And once I went there I was dropping off something and Kathy, look, you got to see this. She showed me an arch and she was just showing me the arch and stuff. And I had looked down and I found a print and I wanted to cast it. I'm like, dadgummit. I wasn't going squatching. I was just visiting and I didn't have any stuff with me. I didn't have any of my, my casting material. So I said, you know what? We'll cover it up real good, and I'll come back tomorrow. And lo and behold, I go back first thing in the morning, and lo and behold, she's got some runoff something, and the whole area was flooded with water. And the print was still there, but it was underwater. And I'm like, I have got to get this because when it was drier, you saw toes, you saw it all and everything. So I scooped the water out with a medicine cup. I kept scooping and scooping and scooping. The water would come back in, I'd scoop and scoop. And then I said, the heck with it. I'm gonna just mix it up and I'm gonna scoop the water out and I'm gonna pour it in real fast. And it was like one of the best prints I ever had. And so that is when I got this.
And that was in water?
Yeah.
That's not awful. That's not awful.
No, look at the middle. You can see the break. The toes, not so good, but
can't even believe she got that in water. I can't even. That's so good.
This was by a fence. This was by a fence.
I've seen much worse.
This was by a fence, and then the fence had hair on it. And so I collected the hair, and I'm going to give it to Tim T Saturday because we have a library that we're going to be presenting at. And so he's going to take that and do some more forensic at his convenience to check that out. But I'm going to go over one more thing, and then I'm going to hush, okay?
Do y'all have a lot of hair in your possession? Because I have a biologist that's always trying to find some Bigfoot samples, hair samples.
Just the hair that I got off that. I don't know what Tim has a lot of hair, don't you?
I have a lot of hair, yeah.
I may have to get Tim on individually.
Yeah.
He has a lot of hair, and then we got that one off the tire, and then the one off the fence. That's all I got. I don't have too much hair. But recently
they don't like giving that up if they don't have to.
Well, one strand wouldn't hurt nobody, would it?
I'm talking about the Bigfoots.
Yeah,
the Bigfoot. But Tim has a great idea. I like Tim's at Pam. You have to remind me because I want to do that with the tape, right, Tim?
Yeah, the tape backwards around the tree, so the sticky side's out. Yeah.
Yep.
I have an interesting story about that. So that'll be a rabbit hole there. Yep.
Yeah, see, I want to do that. I keep forgetting to, and I have the packaging. I just keep forgetting to put it in my briefcase. Listen to me, my backpack. I just retired. I don't have a briefcase anymore.
I kind of virtually research a place in Minnesota. Be the guy that owns it. He kind of does his own thing, but he's open. If you suggest something, he'll try it out. And when it we suggested the tape trap. We were going to do it like a coon trap inside of a slender box. And tell, because they trust him. He's like, hey guys, reach in here, get some hair, and you can have all the treats you want, and leave us some hair. And he's like, he thought about it. He's like, I can't do it because he goes, they trust me too much. I can't do it. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. I just don't know.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah,
I think it's a great idea. He was like, they just trust me too much. I can't do that.
Yeah, have you ever? You got a hair? You got a hair off that, right, Tim?
Yeah, I got a clear hair off of doing that. Yeah, off of my
clear hair. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, it's a clear hair. Yeah.
I can't wait till you look.
I haven't looked at it on the microscope yet. I'll be doing that soon.
I can't wait till you do that. And one of my areas. So I casted a handprint. Cliff Brockman one time. What was that? It was that conference in Lakeland, right?
Lakeland. Yeah.
Okay. So then I met Cliff Brockman. And I had brought my little old handprint because I figured I'd show him because maybe it's real. Let's see what he thinks about it, blah, blah, blah. Well, he ended up taking it back with him to wherever he lives. And he made a mole of it. And he sent me my original back with a couple copies. And I had given the copies away and I have the original. But then I needed another one because my sister went on vacation to West Virginia. And there's a Bigfoot museum there. and they wanted to see if I can get him a hand. So I contacted Cliff Brockman recently, and he made me 2 more copies, one for myself for the library, and then he made this one for me for the library. But this is a casting of the hand. See the palm right there?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the handprint that I have right there.
Yep.
Yep. And there it would be. Where's my thumb? Let me see. Oh yeah, it would be like that. Where are you?
Yeah.
Like that right there. And so that's the handprint. I think it came out good with the palm right there.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
But this is going to be sitting in the West Virginia Museum.
That entire thing is the hand.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's your hand.
Okay,
it's a big old hand. Yeah, that's the palm down here.
Yeah, you said palm. I'm like, wow, that's
right there. Yeah.
Don't drop
and that's where I got the picture of that guy, of that picture that I sent you. You might want to put that up. I did send you that.
I've got it.
That's where I casted this. That I don't have on this computer, but that's the only picture that I've got legally copyrighted with the state of Florida, only because I liked it.
If you don't do stuff like that, you never know what's going to pop off.
Well, that's just the only picture because it's just, to me, like, it was all by accident. It wasn't like I went out there and said, "Oh, look, there's a big. Let me get this picture." I was actually taking a picture of this structure, and then I cropped it. Here. Let me explain this one, okay? So here's the deal on this one. This one here, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but this one here. Well, no, go back to the other one.
Hang
on. Yeah, go back to the one with the circle. That one, the circle. Yeah, that one. I want to explain this. So this is when I originally took the picture. Okay, you see the stick right here? All right. So this one is 5 months later because I went to recreate it, and it took me 5 months to actually get the correct spot. I knew the area, but I didn't want just the area. I wanted the correct absolute spot that I was standing in. So 5 months later, I found it. And how I know I found it, how I know I stand here, that's the structure changed a little bit. But look at here. You see the stick? Boom, boom. Same stick. Boom, boom. You can see the cut right there, little break thing right there and right there. Mm-hmm. It's the same stick. It was standing. So here I am. Can you see me? That's me right there in the middle. And the second one, the bottom one, I'm right there. And then the top one is right. So this is the original photo. The top one with the red circle.
I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, I see you now.
Yeah, I'm right there. I got in there because I was trying to recreate it,
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, that's exactly where I am. And I know I was over probably a little bit the wrong way, but I did as best as I can. But this was 5 months later. And yes, the structure changed a little bit. But the good thing is couple branches are,
What the hell? Spam.
I'm not spamming nobody. I don't know.
Why was that?
I don't know. That's not mine. I don't think so. But anyway, I just want to say, because what it was I had to turn a little bit. I was just turned the wrong direction. I took Connor out here and Stacy out here to show them this area, and Tim T too. Tim T went out to all my areas.
Yeah, man, when that's went out with her.
Yeah. Yep, Wynette. Where's Wynette? Hey, Wynette. No, you're back there somewhere.
She's not in here right now. She's in the living room with her daughter.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to say. That's why I sent you this, is because I wanted to let people know that it took me 5 months to recreate it. And the only reason I have a circle, because people freak out over circles.
The blob squatch.
Yeah. Is because I wanted to. That's the original photo right there. That's when I went home and saw that little black spot, and I cropped up and said, "What is this, Kenny?" And to my husband, I'm like, "What is this?" And I said, "This can't be a Bigfoot," but maybe it was, but I don't know. But that's what it is.
It's so hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but I can tell you one thing: that ain't no bear. And there's not. And when I went to read back to it, the reason I went back is I wanted to make sure there wasn't a stump there. I wanted to make sure there wasn't a palm frond there. I wanted to see what was there in that ground, and there was nothing there.
I tell you what, it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like a void space. I've looked at it. I've looked at this for a little while as well. Because anytime I see something like promising like that, I look at it. But sometimes people see a void.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't think that's what that is. I mean, it could be anything. Maybe a hog on its back legs for all we know.
There's no hog in that area. No, there's no hog in that area.
It just doesn't look it's not a blank space like Taylor Swift.
No, it was really sitting there. I mean, all I can tell you is it was there, hiding, doing something, whatever it is. A lot of people say.
You ever seen Zeus Platts from Colorado's Bigfoot picture?
Pam probably has.
Reminds me a lot of that.
You probably have, Pam.
The one he.
Are you talking about the new one that's going around?
No. This is a Zeus Pratt, Project Sasquatch, not the one from the train.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that's kind of a joke.
Yeah. No.
No. I don't know which one you're talking. No, I've never seen it.
It reminds me a lot of that. Let me see if I can find it here. He's got some good ones. I don't want to plug somebody else's channel while you're.
Yeah, but I like to see it if you know.
Yeah, I know if you're anything like me, new stuff is fun to see.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I pulled it up first try.
Look at there. I see it right away. Wow.
He's got a bunch of different versions of this, and it's you. I don't know, like he says it's a cloak.
Like mid cloak. I see it. I mean, cloaking or not, it's sitting right there.
Yeah,
it's not super zoomed in either. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, not the problem. I mean, that's the thing with it.
It's really nice, though. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's like he's got that on his Project Sasquatch group. That's his cover photo.
Is it?
Like I'll sit here and look at that and just try to make it. Even if you try to make that limb that's going into like behind its head, like
right,
there's a difference in the shade and the color, and it's hard to make it not look like that. I mean, I try to debunk everything just out of principle, even though I want it to be real. I want it to be real so bad. But in my mind, it's a personal protection to my emotions. If I try to well, that's not real, can't be real, and if it turns out to be real, I'm happy.
Yeah, Pam knows how I feel about all that. I'm all the time like,
oh, that's good.
Yeah, I get sick to my stomach thinking about the subject. To be honest, I get so excited.
Oh yeah,
it's a good one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got that.
Where did that go? Come on, you don't want to look at these things.
There's some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
He has.
I never seen him.
Huh. He's out there. He's out there in Colorado. He's been railing on about that one you were just mentioning as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People keep sending it to him. He sent me one video. He was testing the camera out in the woods. And he was going real slow through the trees out there.
Well, I've seen that before.
Yeah, that's a wild one. That's upside down.
Oh, wow.
And you see a Sasquatch run like 100 yards away between two trees. It's either a Sasquatch or somebody's kid's loose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang. There's some good stuff.
I cannot make this thing not click off of that. I wanted to see the close-up of it. Look at the little kid one.
I know, right?
It's not freaky. And he's out in the woods too.
Tim, that looks like the one you got.
I've got
Tim got a bunch.
Yeah, Tim's got some good prints.
Yeah, just like that one.
Mm-hmm.
But the little one's not freaky out a little bit.
Yeah, the little teeny one. So cute.
They do me. Like what scares me more than anything is the puck wedgies.
Oh.
There's a close up.
Yeah, that's nice.
You can't.
That's really good right there.
You see the? I'm pointing at it like you can.
It's
see
like a spirit to me.
You see this limb?
Yeah.
Like you can tell there's something in front of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like I've looked at this one a bunch. I'm gonna sit here and look at it like you make it like jumping at it, making it flinch.
Going in its mouth.
Flinch.
Yeah, I see the mouth, nose, eyes. I see its ears.
It's very, very prominent.
Yeah, that's really
very
good.
Very cool.
If you ever run into Zeus, he's got some good stuff. That guy is he's a class act. He saw a lizard person out there one time.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he said it did this.
James got stories for you.
James said it did this in front of its face and crouched down and disappeared.
Ooh,
here's the second one right behind it, right here. Right behind it to the left. Eye, nose. Right here. Second one behind it. Boom, to the left. Look at the little creature. He's probably a spirit right above it. Look, he's wearing a white hat and he's got a little face right there. But the one over to the left, like above
this picture here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
There's no telling.
There's a couple in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is. Yeah.
I'll stop sharing. Let's go back to yours.
But I was going to show you this creature.
Didn't mean to sidetrack you there.
No, that's good. It's always good seeing other people's stuff. I enjoy it. That was nice. I love that kind of stuff. Yep. This one here. So this isn't a Bigfoot, of course, but we don't know what it is because we were at the river. And this was actually, I caught it when I was looking for something, and it was a video, and it was just happened to be stopped there. And I said, "What is that?" And that's what it is, some weird looking thing. Oh no, there's a lot of crap out there. I mean, there's a lot of crap out there. I think that's one of James. I think this is yours, James. This might be can't remember if this is yours, James, or Rebecca's. Look at that. I think this is Rebecca's. These are I love structures. They're my favorite things. This right here, this one was when I first started my researching, where I got the handprint, the footprint, and the picture. This was the very first structure I laid eyes on right here. And then this one, that's just another one in there. And I'm trying to I don't know.
What do you think of stick structures? Do you think they're I go back and forth. I think there's some merit and some not merit.
I think they have different meanings, and some of them are markers, some of them maybe mean things.
I agree with Tim. I think they're markers sometimes for young. Sometimes, Pam, remember the ones we find out that are like squared off? Like, it reminds us, like, you stay in there, like a child, stay in there.
Yeah.
We found that recently on 13.
I tell you where I'm at with them a lot is I was in the forestry team in an FFA. And so we studied a lot of the kind of things that happen naturally. So when I started seeing these, of course, I was like, well, that just happens this way. And then you get certain not anecdotal ones, but ones you're like, well, that's not just the same as something that fell. That was, you can tell it wasn't just.
Yeah, it was like weaved in and stuff. They're weaved in. That's just, that's my whole thing in life. All I want to do is see something, whatever it is, making a structure. That's my whole thing. So I got all these cams out all over the Ocala National Forest, waiting on the structure to be made. But guess what? I didn't have a structure to be made, but I have this. Now this is the coolest thing.
If you do a video, you should share the actual window just so you can see it bigger.
I'm gonna try if I can. Oh, here. All right. So now I'm going to click on this, right? I'm going to try this because this is a footage of a cam. I tried to trick them. Instead of having it like up on a tree, I put it way down to the base of a tree. Okay, that's what I did. And then looking over the footage, it's at night. It's hard to see. I had it looped. I had it lightened by somebody else to help out so we could see it better. So what it looks like to me is something is throwing a branch sideways. Like you can see the branch go, you can see the upper branches all move. So I'm going to try to do this. I'm not sure if I can. If I click on it and open it, where do I click on share to it?
Just go back to present and then share and just find the window that's in.
Okay. Oh, all right. So go back to present.
Yeah, you got to share them individually. Not the worst thing in the world. I mean, so far the pictures have been the right size, just for a quick presentation.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's you. Okay, hold on.
I feel like we're teaching a class here.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not.
It's like CIS 146 over here.
Okay, so let me just see this. What happens? Can you see it? Tell me if you can see it, because I don't know how to do the presenting thing. I tried.
I cannot.
You cannot.
Well, we can't see that window.
Oh, you can't see this window?
We can't see the video window. We can see the preview window you have.
Oh, that's all you can see?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me do this. No, I can't do that. Yes, I can. Do you want me to email it to you? Because this is cool.
Yeah, give it a shot. Or send it to me and drag it over the messenger.
You have to do it over the messenger because it's too big. It's not going to work.
Email it to me.
Okay. Let me see. I might go away for a minute because I have to do this. So hold on.
If anybody else wants to email me cool things, feel free to. BobbyDizzlecast@gmail.com.
Okay, yeah, hold on. I'm almost there already. All right. What is it again?
BobbyDizzlecast@gmail.com.
Yo, bye. Oh, here I have it. Okay. All right. So here I go. I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna send it over to you.
What did the deer cam catch?
That's the one. What did the deer?
I had a deer cam out one time on my grandpa's place, and I caught a 3-legged deer.
Did you really?
Yeah, I think apparently it's something that's not as rare as you would think. But I was like, what is wrong with that thing? And I looked and it's like standing on one leg up front, just a big doe.
Oh, it's
like,
a
what if you shot one like that and you didn't get half a shoulder? I'm like, you're missing it. You owe me
Something
one shoulder.
being thrown. Oh, okay, that's the one I want. Something being thrown. That's the one I want. I think this
something old, something new, something borrowed.
That's gonna down. That's going. So that's going.
Had a full house. I think this is the most I've ever had on one podcast.
But James has lots of stories about all kinds of stuff. He even saw one when he was 17 years old. And tell him what happened, James.
Yeah, I used to take out a bunch of guys going out camping that had never been out before. So I always told them, I said, well, when we go out, take a gun with us. That way we got protection. I always carried a single shot, 12 gauge shotgun with a slug in it. We were out camping out, me and a couple other guys, and noticed somebody was walking around our camp, staying just outside of firelight in the trees. And I started hollering at him to go and leave us alone. We had a problem out in the woods a lot of times. They'd have what they called the rainbow people. They were a bunch of people that just stayed in the woods all the time and camped out. And
what state was this?
It was
What state was it? Where was it at?
It was here in Florida. It was right behind the Juniper Springs, right there on Highway 40 in the Ocala National Forest area. And it was an old place out in the back. No, hardly anybody even knew about it. I just knew because I always walked the woods. And it had a spring with a big log there. We were camping out there. And this thing came around to a big old tree that was sitting over on one side. And he stepped out from behind the tree and was just standing there looking at us. And I told him, I said, hey, I got a gun. If you don't get out of here and leave us alone, I'll shoot you. Because we were already pretty well scared out. My buddies, they were really bad. One of them, he actually pissed all over himself.
Oh, shit.
And this thing started to like it walking right toward us. So I shot it right in the gut. It fell down on its rear end, sat there, and then rolled off behind the tree. So I told my buddies, I said, let's all sit here with our backs to each other with our guns pointing outward just in case he comes out again. And I know I hit him. It was a Magnum slug, too. And we got daylight, safe light. We took off running and ran to my car. Rode out to the highway, and right out there's a big old fire tower. Well, it just happened to be a game warden sitting there. So we went up, and I told him what happened. And boy, did he get on us. But he took us out there, said we were going to go out there and probably to find a body. We went out there and looked around by the tree, no blood, no tracks, no nothing. The only tracks, the only thing of anybody being out there was at the fire pit where we were at. So he took us back, told us, don't ever bring your guns back out there again. And matter of fact, don't even come back out here again. So a couple of weeks later, I was back out there again.
Long story short, we went back.
Fire tower. I went up there and was asking him about, if anybody ever reported a body or being shot or anything. And he says, what are you talking about? I said, well, when I was out here a couple of weeks ago and told you about it and you took us out there and everything. He said, I don't know anything you're talking about. They totally denied it. And there's been several other incidences out there in the woods where I'd gone and got somebody to check something out, and they still denies all of that too. So whatever comes up, nobody knows anything about it.
That don't surprise me.
No, but I did shoot one, and I know what it was after I'd done it. and that was my first experience with one, and I've been looking for them ever since.
And I saw its silhouette. Did you see its silhouette in the fire? You said
I seen the silhouette in the trees of it, and he was really big. I couldn't believe how big that guy was. I knew he would have been a problem if he'd have come in there and tried to take us on. That's why I shot him
with a slug, no less.
Yeah,
that leaves a hole.
No way a regular person would have survived that.
Not in the belly.
Ooh. No.
Nope. A slug magnum too, because I had that just in case we run into some big bears, and there's a lot of big bears out here.
That's like
there's some bears, and they steal peanut butter, and that's why I don't feed them peanut butter no more, because I caught them with my game cam. Nope, done with that.
But I've been running these woods ever since I was a kid, most of the time by myself, and you'd be surprised what you see out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's seen lizard.
Quite a few of them.
I've seen some lizard.
Seen some really weird stuff out here. I used to sit out in the bush all by myself. I'm all camouflaged up and everything. And I'd sit there and I'd watch the Bigfoot and the tree lines. And I've actually communicated by sign language with them. I've seen what I call dinosaur things. People used to joke with me all the time about them, but they found out they're out there. My wife actually seen one, almost hit one with a car. And what they are is they're them exotic lizards that everybody let loose out here. The ones that don't die, they adapt.
Yeah, Florida's pretty much perfect for that kind of crap.
Yeah, we got them big snakes like they got down in the Everglades. They're up here. I shot one in the head one time. Just trying to take me on.
Have y'all ever done any research on those monkeys in Clearwater, I think? Or
the Reese's, those nasty monkeys?
Yeah, those are in Ocala.
Yeah, we got some down by Silver Springs.
They're in the springs. They're in Ocala. They're in the Silver Springs.
Silver Springs. I say Clearwater.
Yeah, Silver Springs. They're all over. They're in the private property. They've had them before on their game cam.
Yeah, they're from the old movies that they used to make down there on Silver Springs.
Yeah, Tarzan was filmed there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I wanted to show you a picture. If you want to pull up the pictures again, I want to show you what this is. A recent. If you look at this one right here, look right about. Hold on.
I got your video ready, by the way, if you want to watch it.
Okay, guess what about that video? That's the wrong video, but we'll go over it. The other one. I had two different ones, and I sent the wrong one, but I'm sending the right one. Just taking a little bit to get one. If you look at this picture, look about right here. You see like nothing. Okay, this is recently, Pam. This is at Kingdom, guys. James. So this is right here, nothing. Then if you look at this one right here, you see something right here peeking. It's not in the picture previously. Okay, so this one here, right here, this is the mouth. This is one like a nostril one. This would have been an eye over here, forehead. He came out of nowhere. He reminds me of a moss man. I don't know what this is, but I'll tell you, he is not in this picture here. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we hear you. Yep.
It's just such a good story. We're engulfed.
Oh, I just heard some noise. Right. But right here, like he's not here. So he's not here in this first picture right here. And this, what it is I got a new lens. So I don't take anything but my Canon camera out there when I go, because being a photographer, that's just kind of what you do. And so I got this new lens that's like zooms up to like so much, zooming up. And I just happened to be walking by myself, and I zoomed up here, and there was nothing here. The second one here, there's the same area. There's something peeking right here. And then I cropped it. And this is why sometimes I don't have time to find everything else. I'm too busy sometimes going through stuff that I just happen to catch in editing. And then this thing right here, you see him?
Tree peekers.
Right there. And he's all full of moss, and he's just not there. And these pictures are taken one after another. And look, you can see that it's pretty much The sticks are the same. You know, it's all the same. I didn't move, and it's not there. And then it's there. The next one, he's a little bit maybe there, but tiny, itty bitty. And so this guy here, this was at Sunny Hill, Pam, James.
Yeah.
And Tim, this was at Sunny Hill, right here in front of me. This is with the IR. Here's his mouth, what I think is to be his mouth. His eye, nose right here.
Is that a thermal? Is that a thermal pic?
Yeah, that's our thermal. The same one that Tim T uses.
Yeah.
And then his arm is going up like this. See his arm? It's bent. And this arm going down like that. And every time this happens, the meter is going off like crazy. We start taking pictures and videotaping and doing everything we can, you know. But yeah, that guy, that's at Sunny Hill. Here's the one I wanted to show you. So we kept a good eye on this one for a long time. Right, James?
Yep.
Me and you. And it blinked its eyes in the video. Like literally, I'm releasing a video. I put out the live on my YouTube of the live for my Facebook, but I just did a video of the whole entire day with me, Pam, James, and Amanda walking through things that we did that day. But I put this clip in there, and this thing blinked. This thing blinked. And I don't know, this dark spot, Tim, like, I don't know if this is part of it or what. But I can tell you, this thing blinked several times and moved. We got a couple creatures out there that moved that I got on the video.
Yeah.
But this one, didn't it move, James?
Yeah, and the meter was going off in the thousands too.
Yeah, every time. Yep.
So it's safe to say you guys aren't just 100% flesh and blood. Then you like a little
yeah, I'm not 100% flesh and blood. I don't believe it's 100%. You know why I don't believe it's 100% flesh and blood? Just like us, just like humans. Guess what? We're not all 100% flesh and blood. What happens when we die? Same things with the animals when they die. They're not flesh and blood. They're spirit now.
Yeah.
So are we. And guess what? If an animal lived in the spirit, if the animal lived in the woods and for all its life and it passed away and now it's a spirit, where's it going to be happy? It's going to be happy where it lived in the woods. It's heaven. Well, that's why you're going to see spirits. You're going to see people. You're going to see any kind, because sometimes you see spirits of people that might be hunters that enjoyed hunting while they were alive. And maybe that's their happy place. So that's their heaven. It's wherever they're happy. And so that's why I do think we see spirits and sometimes in animals, because just like us, we're alive, then we die, and then we're spirits roaming around. Same thing with animals. What would be the difference? And I'll tell you another thing about this. I don't think I snapshotted it, but this thing, what happened to it, James, at the end? It grew ears. It grew ears.
It sort of looked like a dog.
I know, it went from this to ears, and I really wish I had the ears on here. They're on my site though. Oh, this one was good. This one was with the IR. This was in Rebecca's area. Where does she live? I forget. Homosassa area.
Yeah, Homosassa.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. And
then
so
she's
this guy
on the west side of the states. Yeah.
So this guy got peeking out. You know, you can kind of see his mouth open, his nose, his eyes. Whatever hair, maybe, who knows? But he's right here.
Yep.
And I don't have the special sight like Tim T has. He can see him. James can see him. Amanda can see him, feel him. Me and Pam, we just walk through the woods.
I think my whole lineage is insensitive.
We just take all the. Look at this guy. I mean, he's from the mounds. This guy, he's from the mounds. Oh, and this guy. So he's from my backyard. Because I live in the Ocala National Forest. I butt up to the Ocala National Forest, literally. So sometimes I do sit in the back. I don't research in my backyard, nor I might walk out there and say, "Hey, forest creatures, how you doing?" But I don't really research in my backyard. Sometimes I do sit in my backyard just with my cell phone, even not even my camera, and I'll just snap a couple. But I got this guy hiding here. And you can see his mouth, his nose, his eyes, his head. His body would be down here, but anyway, that's just my little guy. I haven't named him. This was from my backyard too. This guy. Here you have his head, arms, right there. He's a weird looking, devious looking thing. Look at that. Eyes. Who knows? This could be a spirit, body, but he's right there. Eyes, head.
Yeah, we catch a lot of things here that with the cameras and the thermal camera that we can't see with our eyes at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
that's like most of Skinwalker Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's most of the show. Just stuff appearing in thermals.
Mm-hmm.
This is us at the Ocala Bigfoot conference. We were the first speakers to go up before all the bigwigs. We were just little peons hanging out, but we had fun.
You're the opening band.
We were the opening. We had an awesome PowerPoint. We had an awesome time.
I don't think I'm allowed to say who, but I think I'm going to be the opening band for somebody coming up. And
oh, really? Like, good for you.
You can't just spring that on me. Now I got to come up with a bit. I got to write material.
Share this one. Yeah, you do. And it's not easy. Rebecca did it for us, and we'd be dead in the water, boy, I'll tell you.
Luckily, I've got my spiel for when I go on podcast. I'm going to do. I think that's all I'm going to say.
Just take that spiel, and you'll be good. This guy here, we call the Golden Man. So he was just perfectly in the sun.
Which one's that?
This is Rebecca's, and this was in, I guess, I'm not sure exactly. She lives in the Homosassa area, so I'm not sure exactly where she got it, but it was in that area. I think
she got this in the Gothi National Forest. So.
Oh, yeah, you're right. She did.
Gothi Forest. Yeah. She goes in there a lot.
Yeah, she does. With her dog, Teddy.
Yeah.
So Teddy, this is hers, and he's right here, nose, mouth, ear, eyes.
The sun's shining on him.
Right, this golden boy. We call him the Golden Man.
The sun's shining on him, making him look golden color.
Yeah. So that was a neat one.
What's that called? The medulla? On the hair?
On the hairs, yeah, the medulla, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Tim's
I had two biologists and a scientist fighting in my chat one time over that. It's the best day of my life.
Yeah?
I was like, I made this happen. Like, I'm a god to these people. Argue for me. Entertain me.
But that video that I sent you, so the one that I sent you was crazy because Pam, we were in World. Remember when remember Amanda was doing the thermal and something came flying through across the road?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I sent him. I thought I sent him the one that's still loading. That's going to take a while. But that one that I just sent you. So what were we doing? We didn't go in that night. We were just sitting by the road, right?
Yeah. Right at the road.
And she had just turned on the IR. Night. And then something's in the trees, and then we think it's something. At first, we thought it was a bird, going down for prey, which maybe it is, but it doesn't look like a bird. We do not know what it is. Maybe a stick. We don't know. We can't tell. We did go back, although. Didn't we go back and we looked in the bushes and we looked, and we just tried to find some branch or something that was. Yeah, we threw something with the IR, and it looked nothing like it.
Yeah,
so
we tried to recreate.
We want to play it.
So a bird would have showed up black.
Yeah, I want you. Did you see that footage, Tim?
Yeah,
that thing.
I've never seen it. Yeah, and the bird would have showed up black. Yeah, and that didn't.
Yeah, see, you're right about that because of that black heat.
I film a lot of animals and birds and stuff with the thermal cameras too to do comparisons, and I film a lot of the birds so I can compare them to orbs. So I do a lot of comparison shots like that too. And that if that was a bird, it would have showed up black.
Yeah, they show up like a regular animal, don't they?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, with black heat. Yeah.
Yeah, the black heat. Yeah.
This was
what about the negative heat? You ever have negative heat objects on there, like that go the other way?
I've that I believe are orbs that are show up white.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give off heat.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten some things that didn't give off heat, but it still looked like they had like eyes because their eyes were black. So that was weird. But this one was at the mounds. Miguel found this. So, you know, it's just weird the way it looks. Let me see something if I can make it. Yeah, see, it's like this is with the head, this is the arm. And, you know, you got to realize this is brush. In the brush, things are thinner and stuff because it's brush. And this would be the arm, the possible legs. It's really weird how it looks. It's like we got a lot of energy. We have a lot of stuff going on there that day and meters and stuff. Were you with me, James, on this? Were you with me on this one, James, or was it you, Pam?
I can't remember. I don't know if James was there with. I don't know.
You know what? It was when we pulled off the side of the road and walked in. It might have been James. James, is it you?
He must be muted.
Mute.
Oh,
you're muted, James.
Sorry, he had a lot of dogs going nuts. I had to mute him real quick.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
I was out. I'm living in my camper while I'm getting my new house put in. So I was out there in the gazebo, and the neighbors let their dog out.
Yeah, I had to mute you. I was like, oh, God.
Were you with me with this one, James?
I'm not sure. I could have been.
That's at the mount. That's at the mounds. We were driving out. No, you know what? Don was with me. I think Don was with me on that one.
You know what? It might have been Don, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I think, this is the one. This is a good one right here. You see this one? See this?
Mm-hmm.
We were driving out and we saw this heck of a, you were with me, Pam, I think. We were driving out from Pam's place, the place we named Pam's place. And we were driving out. We saw this big structure on the left. And we had gotten out. It was an amazing structure. And then Miguel found this. Now, Miguel finds good stuff because Miguel's an artist, okay? So he does pinstriping. So when he's looking at pictures, things stick out to him because of his artistry background that he has.
Yep.
And
details.
What's it called? So you know what I'm talking about? So he sees things different than we do because he's been doing this for years and years. So this right here he found, this is the mouth, this is the nose, eye, cone head, and down here will be a shoulder, and all this. So that was a pretty neat one.
That one kind of looks fuzzy.
This one, I'm not gonna lie about this one. This looks like my dad. And it's not my dad, but he reminds me of my dad because this is like, to me, this is like a nose like my dad has, and this is his little half smile. This is teeth. It's like a half smile. This is an eye. This is an eye, and this would be like the forehead covered up by brush right here. And this is like a man. It looks like my dad smiling. I save this picture all the time because it just reminds me of my dad. Yeah, that's just some of the stuff we get. We get all kinds of stuff. I think this is Rebecca's. Miguel found this. Eye, forehead, nose, mouth.
I never heard of that one.
That's your wife, James, talking in the background. Oh, can I go over this real fast with you?
I thought I had a video playing in my other screen. I was looking for it. I didn't realize somebody was talking. I was like, what is that noise?
James' wife. Okay, so let me explain this. Now, Pam was with me on this day. It was Mother's Day, right, Pam?
Yeah.
And we decided, since it was Mother's Day, we'd go out to the area. Now, my husband, who unfortunately does not believe, none of my family believes the way I do. Not one single one of them, except for my grandsons, and they're like little, but they go out and they want the blue moon. But anyway, my husband said, it's hard to hear what James' wife in the background, but this.
It's all right. Turn it down a little bit. It's okay, James. You're in a camper, for God's sake.
Yeah. Hey, his house is beautiful. It's almost ready. His house is almost ready. He's been really patient on that.
We're very accommodating here.
This day, yeah. So my husband says, bring these tags out, put them around the trees, because if you get lost going in, it's going to be dark. This is like one of our first times, it was one of our first times or so that we had went out at night. And he says, just bring these ribbons and put them on the tree. So we did. Now see this picture right here, this one. This is a live. This is a shot from my video. But see how I put it around the tree right here. Okay, this one I put around the tree. It could be the same tree, but I put it around 5 or 6 different trees. Okay, so me and Pam did that, and we casted 2 prints that night, I believe. And we had left. Was it 2? Okay, that's what I thought. So then we did our thing, blah blah, and we left out. So then Amanda and I had went back, different night, just hanging out in the woods. Didn't notice anything, different or what have you. But when I got home and started going over the footage, I noticed something. I noticed the tags were moved. I think it was 3 trees, Pam. They were moved to this position from being around the tree. Every one of them were around the tree. And 3 of them were literally tied onto little stems. Okay. Now, in saying that, this tree right here, I don't know if it's this one, but there were 2 trees that were like side by side like this. And I put a ribbon around this tree. Okay. When we went back, those 2 trees, this was like another time, those 2 trees, battery saver. Forgot to plug in my... it is plugged in there. Okay, maybe now. Okay, so sorry, just almost had a battery failure. So, but those 2 trees, when we went back, were like this, pushed over in 2 different directions. The ribbon that was on this tree was off the tree in half and on the ground. So weird things happened to us with those ribbons in the trees. And then in saying that, it was 2 deer cams or game cams that I have out there. 2 of them, the back of the straps were torn off and in half on the ground. And there's been times that I have gotten bear, but the bear show up on the deer cam. They literally show up, looking the whole thing. They're all over on it. They show up. Whatever took those, and I was like, okay, we'll see what took these straps off. Nothing showed up on the camera. Nothing. And twice in 2 different, same area, 2 different trees, the strap was literally torn off and in half. And which I did keep the strap just in case somebody, needs to look at it or whatever, because just weird stuff happens there.
That's not exactly something that you can do with your hands. Those straps are like aircraft grade.
Yeah. They were ripped in half. Like you saw that. Were you with me, James? Or who was with me, Pam?
Yeah, I was there.
James is trying to say something. James was there too on another time, I think, right? Because a lot of stuff happens in that area. A lot of stuff happens, and that's what happened with those ribbons. And that was just amazing because they were literally untied and tied on little twigs like this one on like 3 different trees. And I have 3 cams out there. Not one. I've never caught a human out there yet. Oh, this one here. This has always perplexed me. I never know, because whatever this is, this here, I did not draw that there. Yes, I drew the circle around it, but this is coming out of its mouth. And that is some kind of energy. And he's holding onto the tree here.
Yeah.
Would you? You would agree with that, right, Tim?
Yeah.
I don't know about this. Me, like ears.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about dog man. I truly feel that I truly feel that there could be a dog man, but I truly feel that Bigfoot probably could make himself do something like that. And I almost think I got proof of that. Last week when we just went out and had that thing that we were watching with our eyes, and I didn't take the camera off of it, and he blinked his eyes and everything, and it changed into something with ears. So there.
I know that I've never heard a positive dog man encounter. It's always something violent and something traumatic.
Well, maybe it's when Bigfoot gets mad and then he turns into dog man and becomes mean. because I've never heard any bad Bigfoot stories. So maybe when they get mad, they turn into, I don't know. We don't know. But
I've heard of bad Bigfoot stories. They're called Missing 411.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, them.
That's what those are called.
Oh, yeah, them. I forgot about them.
You don't really hear you don't hear the repercussions of bad Bigfoot stories. You just see them in the paper.
Mm-hmm.
These are just these are all this is basically right, like right here. You see this guy, Tim? You see this?
Yeah, I see that one. Yeah.
See, what I do is go through the video. You see it, Pam, right here? Conan, James. So what I do is I go through the video and like I'll say IR1, then IR1A, IR1B, because these are two things that I found that's related to this video that I'll make a video to see if anything's moving, because I have to know, you know. And this one here, I probably saw this right here. Right here. See this? Now this has hair on it. This is really neat. This has like you can't zoom up on it, but if you zoomed up on this, there's hair on this right here. There's hair on that one. Did you see that?
Yep.
That one. That's hair on that one. That's why I have that one. I want to see if this moves. Because I haven't. I got this all done, but I haven't. Oh, this is the one I was looking for, isn't it? This is the baby one. Is this the baby one? Oh, yeah, that's okay. Hold on, I'll find it. There's this one that looks like it's holding a baby. That's the one I sent to you, right? Here it is. Okay, so I don't know how hard this is to see for everybody, but here, to me, this is my view only. So whatever you guys want to think is fine, but to me, this is like a head right here. Kind of, to me, eyes maybe, I don't know, side profile type of thing, looking down at this child. This is the head. This is the nose, because the baby is looking up. This is the mouth. This is the chin. This is a cheek. This is the hair. And you can only see the face of it. And this thing looks like it's looking at this thing, like coddling it like it's a baby. And it moves. This I did see move in the thing.
How far away was that from you or from the camera?
Let me look at I have to look back at that. What is that one? That one is I got that.
The crazy things. If you see these big old things in the camera and you don't sense them in real life, that's some crazy stuff.
Well, it is, because just like the thing James and I were watching for the longest time at that private property, I'm sitting there staring with my eyeballs in the woods saying on film, I don't see anything, but I clearly see it in here. Go figure. I don't know why. And then so that one, I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm not sure how far away, because like I sometimes walk with my, IR camera, but this one was, see, it's kind of right here. And then the next one, it kind of moves. Like, to me, it looks like its mouth is open or something. I don't know. I feel like this is a neck, kind of. I don't know what it's doing, but it moved. And this one even looks meaner. It looks like, I don't know. It looks like teeth or something. It looks like it's like, leave me alone. And then all of a sudden, it goes down to this one where it's looking at the little baby.
Our eyes only see 1% of the light spectrum, and the cameras, they work off of light, so they catch a little bit different light than our eyes do. And then with the thermal cameras, they're picking up a different light than even. So I think that's why sometimes we can't see them with our eyes, but the camera's picking it up because it's in a little bit different light.
There's a lot going on with that particular hypothesis as to why. It's kind of like the dog whistle thing. You can't hear a dog whistle, but it's loud. Makes the dogs go crazy.
Yeah.
The dogs go nuts.
That's like the infrasound is a sound that's lower than what we can hear.
Remember the brown noise? That brown noise they tried to come up with a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The sound that they play would make you go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
And this one here. Some hella infrasound there.
Yeah.
That sounds shitty.
That's funny.
See what I did? See what I did there?
Yeah.
That's funny. These are just some stuff I was working on. I haven't even put it out yet. This guy here, he's in the middle. He's just hanging out the side, mouth. Don't know. They're just creatures. Not everything, not everything's Bigfoot. So that's why we have so much fun in the woods because what is this one? Probably this thing right here. I don't know.
Sometimes
I think we do have creatures out there. Yeah.
So I had kind of a little Bigfoot epiphany just today. And
you did?
I always have 2 monitors on my desk at work, and I just have YouTube going on one with random stuff, And I was watching the Joe Rogan bit talking about Gigantopithecus. He was talking about how he just had the tooth. Isn't it just a tooth or this jawbone?
Yeah, I think it's just a tooth.
Yeah, it's not anything, but it makes total sense that the answer is like right in front of your face when it comes to this. That's all they have of this giant species that they're hanging their entire Bigfoot was an ape, but doesn't exist anymore hat on. But they don't have any bones to the Gigantopithecus.
No.
I'm like, what if Gigantopithecus was Bigfoot?
Yeah.
But there's no bones to him. I don't think that's a tooth. All we have for Bigfoot now is I'm pretty sure somebody probably has a tooth somewhere from some kind of crazy accident, but I think it almost is a continuation, like a prologue to the whole legend. Is the only fossil we have of what may be Bigfoot only has one tooth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like the same thing. They just pretty much anybody that tries to do the Gigantopithecus thing spells out what we're dealing with today with the same animal.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have a tooth, no bones, no fossil record.
No bones. We're looking, right, Pam? We got a couple mounds. We're going to get some equipment one day in life. And we're going to get this equipment and we're going to scan those damn mounds. Other mounds that we find out before there shouldn't be mounds there.
Start digging in them. What could happen?
Yeah, no, Captain, before, because I don't want to go to jail.
What's the worst that can happen?
Jail.
Go to jail. Here, I know somebody's going to jail for taking a turtle shell.
Federal prison.
They're real strict.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, I want to ask you about this. Can you see this?
Yeah, I see it.
I wish you can see this open because I know the first thing you're going to think what this is with the IR would be the sun, right?
Yeah.
The weird thing about this one is I thought the same thing when I was viewing it. I don't know. I wish you can zoom up, but there is a little tiny face in here. Dark eye, half mouth, long nose, and something maybe ear on the side. This is what the sun looks like in an IR. I know that. We know that. The weird thing is, IR
too, yeah.
Absolutely. The weird thing is on this one though, because it goes like that and then it goes like this. And look at all. Well, you can't see that because I snapshot of this, but this gets lighter. Like it doesn't stay dark.
Yeah.
And this is a tree. Would the sun come through that tree?
No, not usually. I have seen the sun come through trees some, but I've also caught something just like that too, and you can see it. There's that little light colored opening in the center.
Yep.
I've caught something just like that, and the light thing opens up more, and then it closes.
Yeah. So do you think possible portal?
Probably a portal could be, yeah.
Because I'm just thinking all this. Look at this, Pam. Look at this, James. It's all a big old tree. And this thing, the sun would not come through this tree. There's no other sun. You know what I'm saying? There's no rays. I see this light.
Yeah, the trees look too
thick
there for the sun to shine through.
But it's so thick. And so when I saw this thing in the video, so it actually moves. And this part of it actually kind of goes away and gets really really light. So that was really weird on that one because here's the video on it, but look at this. See? Look at his foot right here. Look, can you see his foot? It looks like a foot right here.
Yep.
leg, arm, hand, I should say hand, head, eye possible right there, shoulder, and standing on, let's see if I can get this up. Oh, standing on the one leg right there. And the other one, look at that, looks like a foot, don't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Uh-oh. I can't get the screen gone. Oh, no.
So you probably opened up 50 tabs by now. You're probably at your limit.
Exit full screen. I got it. It's a new computer. Seriously, I got it for retirement present, and I'm still learning it. All these new things that are on it. But I didn't have it here. But Tim gets a lot of good stuff on his IR too. This is weird.
Yeah, I do,
thing.
Yeah.
He had his IR.
Is it like an IR camcorder, or you put them out in the woods?
No, it's just like a camcorder. You just carry it around with you and film.
It's a mono thing. You just.
They can't hide from an IR.
Yeah, but I tell you.
I've got mine right here.
Oh, good. Show them, Tim. Look at this one.
This is what it is. The thermal camera.
Yeah, that's it. Now, what do you have yours hooked up to? Your GoPro?
At Walmart today.
No, I just carry this out there like it is on the tripod and film my constantly. And then
I got mine hooked up to. Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. And then I can just plug it into the laptop and just go through all the videos.
Yeah, go through all of it. They do 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 26 seconds.
Yeah.
Clips.
It
and it starts over.
Yeah.
So
and
that's nice. You're not looking at an hour's worth of stuff.
Yeah, it makes it easier.
This one I have up here. Sean, you got your tri-film meter too? Hanging around?
It's in my backpack. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
This one here, like this is a being right here, I believe. Right here. See how dark it is with the dark.
It's like a tree peeker.
Yeah, and then this one down here. So there's just a couple little things that you go through when and then you get so behind. I'm so behind on my IR right now, and I found all this good stuff, and I still got to make a video of all this. So it will happen. What else, Pam? What else have we come across? The handprint, the foot. What about you, Tim?
You got a lot of material here.
Yeah, we do. Tim,
I've got so much stuff we could do another whole hour just on my stuff.
Yeah, he does.
I was going to say Tim's definitely coming back for his own show.
Yeah, he should.
He needs to.
Yeah,
he needs to. Absolutely.
Tim is our go-to. Let me tell you. Everyone knows him.
I'm on the phone with him. I'm texting him, or I'm sending him a message. Hey Tim, look at this. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he did that hair, and that hair is like amazing because you know how we found that hair? Did I tell you how we found that hair? Tell him how we found the hair, Pam. Tell him. Tell him how.
Yeah, Pam. Tell him.
Talking about the one over by Amanda on the tire.
On the tire.
Yeah, that was amazing.
How we found the tire and all that.
Yeah, the tire was way back in the woods, and you could tell it was thrown back there, and that was interesting. And we did everything right about taking it off. Kathy got it off with gloves, everything. We didn't touch nothing, and then turned it over to Tim, and Tim did a hell of a job.
Yeah,
so when we were
hairs and bear hair. Yeah.
And there is a video on his YouTube and my YouTube of him doing that. So when we walked down that path, we saw 3 tires. There were 3 tires, and I looked at the brand, and they were all the same brand, but there's 3, and that was on the path. So, we don't ever like staying on the path, so we go off the path always. And don't laugh, James, because we keep going and going and going. And so one time we were going and going, and we found this tire by a structure, and I looked at the name brand of the tire. It's the same name brand as those other 3 that were on the path. How many yards do you think they were away? I think it was probably less than a football field, but maybe 50 yards. Yeah, but maybe 50 yards. And then so Amanda looked down and she said, look, there's hair. Now the reason there was hair on the tire is because there was a nick, like a little nick on the tire. And
Kinda
on that
caught it.
nick, that's where the hair was.
What brand of
And it was
tire
really
was it? This
long.
is important.
Oh, that would be. Hold on. Let's see if we can find that
I don't know
out.
why, but it's important for some reason.
Why is it important?
I don't know.
Where is I just had it. Why is it important? Okay, hold on.
I feel like if it's like a Bridgestone, like tire, the Bigfoot shop at Costco.
Hey,
like,
you
this is
don't
a
know.
special this week.
He might have a
Hold on
special
a
tire.
second. Let's look and see if I thought I had it in here because I just showed it.
It's
I
okay.
showed it.
That
That's
was
my type of
funny.
humor. Everybody says
I
the whole
love-
scientific thing. What's the tire brand?
Okay,
Firestone. Firestone.
Oh,
These
there
are
it is.
recalls.
Hold on.
These are
Oh
recalls.
man, it's not gonna. Oh wait, let me see here. Oh
That's
man,
why
it
he
doesn't
threw it
say.
in the woods.
Yeah, it's recall. It's
433
Firestone.
pounds maximum.
Firestone
No,
recall. He threw it in the woods.
look at all that hair right there.
That's crazy. I bet that would, because
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff that would like nick your arms and scratch you up if you were messing
Yeah, and so
Yeah, it is,
so then
I don't have to know
This
what brand it is.
guy
I'm
here.
just messing with you. That's just
He's
my
just
humor.
playing. Yeah.
this guy, this might be a little cloaker. I don't know, a little eye, a little nose
This is
now.
very important. What kind of tire was it?
Yeah, I was going to look for you. I said it probably might be in the video. It probably might be. Yeah, but-
Bigfoot's a 15-inch rim guy if I've ever seen one. 98 S10
There
Batman
you
wheels.
There you go.
And Pam got to see her first bear for the first time in
Yeah,
a long.
After a couple years.
Yeah. Oh no, we just saw mom bear with what was it, 4 babies,
Ooh,
Yeah,
really?
On
for
the
baby
road.
cubs. Yeah.
and stupidly, we found this new beautiful area for squatching, like a beautiful area, like where there was a sighting. There was actual sighting there a couple years ago. So the girl, I interviewed her, and so Pam and I, and it was Amanda. We went and found this place. We just parked our truck and went on in. And I'm taking these beautiful pictures of all these structures and all day long. Then here comes a bear. And I went to go take a picture of the bear. And guess what? That whole time I had no SD card in the camera. So now I have to go back to the area and redo all those pictures because they were such good structures. So, but James, you're going on that one. I got to go change my cards out like any day now. 7 of them. I got 7 cams out there. I haven't got anything. Well, let me look at this one I'm sending you. I don't know if
Have
it's,
you thought about using the cameras that have the cell signal on them? Get the stuff directly to your phone?
well, that's the
do
problem
you have
out where
that,
we
Tim?
research.
I haven't
Tim,
because
do you do that?
I haven't priced them or anything. No, I don't do that.
Well, I have one that when I have by my house, and I get all kinds of weird crap that comes through that. But the reason we don't have them out in our research areas is there's no
Yeah.
signal.
That's what I was about to
So
say.
we don't get no
Yeah.
signal out.
It would be
there.
hard to
So
get a
that wouldn't
signal
even
out.
work.
Oh, that's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Green
Did you
swamp
want-
is just as bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
because
is.
I don't. You don't get any signal out there, do you, Tim?
No.
Not hardly. No.
Me and my
Did you
friend
wanna show
Roger
that?
from Squatch and Holler think that Bigfoot, he came up with this. Roger from Squatch and Holler, those of you listening, follow him. That he thinks Bigfoot live in places without cell signal on purpose.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
He said every place eat up with him, just the
Oh,
biggest dead
true.
zone.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
True.
It does. Yeah.
True. True. Oh, that would make
And
sense.
is it a dead
too.
zone? Is it a dead zone because they're there, or are they there because it's a dead zone?
Good
Makes you
question,
wonder.
because you're feeding off that energy. Because in our area, we have all those power lines. You have
Yep.
power lines too.
Not only that, but you guys have on Ocala, you guys have the bombing range too, and that's the sightings, and you can't go in there. You ain't allowed.
They go in there, and that's where they go. They know when they're bombing and not bombing. They know when they're bombing and not bombing.
They
And
know
they're
when
hot-
it's about to
that's where
snow
that
too.
sighting was.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know. I think they're really, really smart.
Oh
I
yeah.
think
Did you want
I
to
think
show that
they're-
one video of the growing branch? I don't know if you can see it. That was pretty wild. You can see something
that
up
was
in the
a good
tree, but
one.
that was
Yeah, that was a good
crazy.
one.
That's when she just turned it on too, right? I like your little witch back there, Pam.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, my house is
Jackson.
all decked out for Halloween.
You love Halloween, this girl.
Yeah, I love Halloween.
I'm trying to see
I've
the
got
other videos.
I've got a skeleton behind my thing here, but I've got it set up for the convention. Also got a light up Jacko.
There
What
you
state
go.
are you in? What state are you in, Bobby?
Alabama, Huntsville.
Oh, awesome.
Alabama. Ooh.
Not far
All right.
away. Going to the Tennessee Haunts and Legends Expo tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, are you?
Mhm.
We're going to go to the Georgia Bigfoot Museum. I don't know when, but I want to go so bad.
In Blue Ridge.
I love it. I love it. Been there 3
I don't know
times.
where it is. Never been there.
That's the
Right? You've been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the
Blue
Blue
Ridge.
Ridge. That was up there myself.
Fun fact, that's
You
the
were there.
T-shirt
I
I'm
wanna
wearing to the
go.
convention. That's the T-shirt I'm wearing to the convention. Is the Blue Ridge,
Are you?
Georgia
Oh,
Bigfoot
did you?
Museum. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I want to go.
I
I
love
want to
that
go
museum.
so bad.
I've
I wanna
got
go
a
really
guy that lives in Blue Ridge, Georgia. He is a big orbs and UFO guy. He's also the morning drive radio host to the Blue Ridge radio station. And so I'm just planning the perfect invasion of Blue Ridge, Georgia soon because it's got everything for me.
Yeah,
I
it's
kind
got-
of want to
it's
make
on
him.
your name.
Yeah, I wanted to make him a co-host too because he's a DJ, so he's got the gift of gab, and he's
That's
got all
cool.
he's got a studio set up. He's got a real cool studio, obsessed with ghost hunting and stuff. And we sit and
I
talk.
used
I'm
to
like,
do
God,
that. We used to do
yeah. I'm like, did we just become best friends?
that.
That's what I'm taking
That's
to
what
the
goes-
convention. I'm taking like 80 cat balls with me to the convention.
There you
The
go.
little light up
wow.
ones. I'm giving them away for free with my business card on them.
Oh,
That's
really?
cool.
Mhm.
That's smart because guess what? We rocked our booth
Mhm.
at the conference, I think.
Yeah, sure did.
We had a pretty good booth. We had all kinds of tchotchkes that I gave away and like pins and keychains with our Bigfoot world. Like we make no money doing this. We really don't. We just run to the woods and do our thing. That's all we do.
Sounds
You
terrible.
get lucky because you get a lot.
I know,
well,
right?
you know,
Sounds
yeah,
terrible.
well, especially when you just retired and oh boy, what a chunk of change that was a loss. But I was ready. I don't care. I can live in the woods. That's free. Just go in the woods.
So
A little bit of gas.
ever since I went to the University of Alabama and I was a film student, a broadcasting telecommunications major, and I wanted to have my own hunting show, and it never panned out, obviously, because here I am. But I actually started working for the Army as a video teleconference guy. So I've been doing this forever. I just do like hundreds of podcasts a day, basically, for all intents and purposes. And so I'm just applying that skill to building this up. So I'm going to do this. I'm going for broke. You're going to see
Good
me
for
on
you.
Rogan one day.
Do it. We'll be watching you.
Be
right?
lighting a big blunt.
We'll be like, hey, wait a minute. We need your signature first before you.
Oh, I'm taking everybody with me too. I'm going to have a school bus full of people. Everybody who's with me, like doing these little shows, are all coming.
Oh, good.
That's cool. That's cool.
Tell
We ain't got far to go. You ain't that far away.
Say your wife, see you later.
I'm going to look like Forrest Gump with all the people behind me.
We'll leave my
I'm
husband
real
home.
tired.
I don't know how you do it. That's good though.
Yeah, I just schedule them like this is a recording. This will air in November, latest December, and I've got at least 4 weeks worth going. That's the secret. If you don't, I've got to keep them backlogged, or I can't like have a sick kid or have to work late because I just keep them where they're going to roll. I got one in the chamber at any minute.
That's
a good idea.
Yeah.
Just let us know what date that this may go out.
Yeah, I'll let you know the moment I know. Because for
Yeah.
October, I've ever since May I've been doing, or March I've been doing 2 a week, and I think for the holidays for November and December and January I'm just going to do one, and I'll try to go on other shows too, but I'm just going to do one for about 3 months. I need my throat starts to hurt sometimes.
Talking all that time.
Yeah.
I'm still checking on this one video. It's taking forever, but that one that I sent you, I don't know if you wanted to show that one.
The one with the stick.
Yeah, the stick being thrown.
I've been watching it. At first, I didn't know what I was.
I love.
At first, I didn't know what I was looking at. I was like, "What is this? Oh, something fell." Hang on, we'll play it. We'll wrap up here in a second anyway. I gotta go to the bathroom. Usually, I shoot for 40 minutes. Hope it goes to an hour, and usually have to cut it off early because we get to going.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing with Tim. He has so much stuff, and he haven't touched his stuff.
You got to be careful because you'll want to just. Yeah, Tim's going to come back.
Yeah, Tim needs to come back. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
We'll promise we'll be watching. We promise.
Oh,
So
I think it's cool that you orchestrated everybody to come on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked. There it went. See it?
Yeah.
Hang on.
That was cool. And we tried to recreate it. Couldn't do it.
Nope, we couldn't do it, Pam.
Where did he go?
I think
there it went.
There it goes. Boom. And if you look in the tree, I think if you look over here to the left in the tree, you can see something, the white something.
Yeah.
Whatever that's going on.
It moves out of the way. I noticed that a while ago.
And it's definitely not a bird.
Slowed up.
It's showed up black.
Why does it look like it's being thrown like a paper airplane and not a stick?
I know, right?
It looks like it's got a trajectory.
It does.
We really tried. Okay, this is where I think I slowed it up.
Oh, sorry, I started again.
Oh yeah, here we go. Slowed up. Now look at it. You can see something moving black in the trees behind that bush.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
I stood back there I stood back there and threw stuff, and she tried to do it on the AIR, and it's nothing the same.
Mm-hmm.
No, because it was dark, because it wasn't right.
Yeah.
It was heavy.
Yeah.
I see those black things moving up there, like I have it going slow right now. Like it's going real slow.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see.
And there it goes. See, there it goes. Look, whatever that is. And we went over there and tried to find. We couldn't find anything.
No.
Like we just didn't know what it was. But it's going right down there, straight to the bottom. See it, and it goes through. You can see it.
What could that be?
Good question.
I don't know.
That's all.
It's dark.
And it's not
I thought it was
it's not a bird.
It's not a bird.
I truly thought
but you know what? We also got that growl right before that too. There was a growl, but it could have been a bear too. You know, we don't know. It could have been a bear.
I forgot about that. That was crazy. We don't know what that was. We do see movement, like in the black over there where it's thrown. You can see black stuff moving around. Now, is it us moving up and down? But I see I can't see how that could be. Look at here, it comes up again. See it? And that's where it's thrown from. We get some amazing foot. There it goes. See it? Right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. I love that one. I just wish I knew what it was.
Yeah.
I have no clue what that was.
It's got like a
I'm just trying to show it because it's important people see this.
Yeah.
Because we do a lot out there in the field, and we spend a lot in the woods. As a matter of fact, I really have to go out there and change all 7 cameras. All the cards. I usually take spare cards out there and just switch out the cards and then go home and view them.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I grab up James. James lives in my subdivision, on the other end of my subdivision. Don lives on the other end of my subdivision. Pam lives in Claremont, which is about an hour away, Pam?
Yeah, I'm over
she'll show
by
up
Tim. Tim's
she'll
closer
show up
to me
and say,
than
hey,
you.
Pam, we're going out. Okay, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
We all have Jeeps.
Actually,
no, Kathy got the trucks, and Pam got a truck. Tim and James got a truck.
Yeah.
I had a Ford Ranger that I bought to go squatching. I actually had a lifted Ford Mustang, grew out of that real fast. And then I got the Ford Ranger. Then we grew out of that because we all can't fit in it, obviously, even though it has jump drives. We just have equipment. We just can't all fit in it. Look at us. We just can't fit in it. And
hey, speak for yourself.
So then, well, I am. So then, just yesterday I sold the Ford Ranger and I bought a Pathfinder, and we can all fit perfectly in that.
And it's nice, real nice.
Yeah, I used to have one of those.
There's a lot of miles and it needs a little bit of work, but my son's a mechanic. He's going to do everything. And then, so the back, you can put all your equipment in. So yeah, now I got a Pathfinder. My husband does have a Ford F-150 truck, but that's his daily driver. And I think he was getting really tired of me like using it all the time.
Yeah, taking
it and going through the mud. He doesn't really know that I go through sugar sand and get stuck, and I got stuck between a tree. I was stuck. That big old Ford F-150 truck. Dawn and I decided to go down a road because it was a numbered road. So we can't get in trouble because we're going down a numbered road. So Dawn says, well, so we're going. I said, Dawn, I don't think this is a good idea because once I go off the main road, always things happen to me. So we're going down the road, and somewhere along the way, we don't know what happened, but the numbered road went away. So we don't know if we went on the wrong road after we was on that road because there was a tree down and we went around the tree. So what happened, now the thunderstorms are coming. I have this big huge Ford F-150 with a stupid big huge topper on it, and now I'm stuck because I was going to keep going, but there were trees down, so now we had to back up. There's no way to back up. The road was so narrow, so now my Ford Ranger is stuck between a tree with this much room on one side on the back, between a tree with this much room. Literally, I had to get out and bend a pine tree behind another tree. And I'm thinking, oh my God, that was hard. Whoever moving these trees and these structures have to be strong because that was hard to do. And then I'm wiggling the truck and I'm going forward. I'm going backwards. If my husband was to know what I went through with that truck, oh, that was the end of that one that day. So he feels really good that I have another vehicle. I won't have to use his daily driver anymore because we just didn't.
I'll edit that out for money.
Whatever you gotta do.
Right now, your husband's going to find out pretty damn quick.
No. He doesn't do YouTube. He is not on my Facebook page. I
want to send him a VHS tape in the mail anonymously. What the hell is this?
And Amanda's like, you should have videotaped that. I said, are you kidding? If he was to see that, I was like, they don't get mad or nothing. It's just that it is his daily driver, and I'm out there in the woods tearing it all up. So
he's going to get a tape in the mail like Bob Saget in the early 90s.
Make a lot of money out there. Make a lot of money out. No, I can't. And one time I got stuck in Pam. It was all Pam's fault because we had to go to Amanda's.
It always is.
We had to go to Amanda's spot, and so we were on this one road, took straight through to my spot that's on two opposite ends of the world. And so they said, go down here. Oh no, it was horrible. I had to put it in 4-wheel drive. I had to go super fast. We were bumping all over the place. We were all over the truck. Bam! I don't know. Something happened. I can't remember. It was something funny you said at that time. I remember it, but I don't remember it.
Oh, I was praying. God.
I was praying.
I was praying.
She was praying so hard we weren't going to have an accident. It was awful. And that was some bad sugar sand. We won't do that again. I won't do that no more, ever. I don't even care. And this Pathfinder's a 4x4, so.
We drove down the beach in the Outer Banks this summer. I can't imagine the sugar sand. That sand's coarse out there.
Good luck with that.
I've got a Tundra, but it gets horrible. Nice. It gets horrible mileage. It's a great truck, but it gets 18 miles on the highway, 15 in the city, 12 in the city maybe. Yeah, I can get about 20 if I use cruise control and there's not too many hills. But I'm looking at like an Outback.
That's mine is a Nissan Titan, but it's a V8, so I'm not going to be going anywhere. This thing's going to be a gas hog. I don't get it.
Like his Tundra. That's going to be like
it's going to be bad.
I'm driving it to Nashville tomorrow night. I mean, on the highway I get 20. That's not awful, but at the same time it holds like 9,000 gallons, so you got to sit there. You get a cramp filling it up.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a lot. James, real quick.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm going to be at the library probably about 12:30, getting it all set up and organized and make sure the computer and all that works. So, FYI, anybody wants to come on.
James can hold still. Good Lord, that's a
James
skill.
Coming. He's got to bring the hair. He's going to show that. He's stuck in time. He's stuck in time. He
got zapped by Bigfoot in the early 70s. Ain't let him since.
He's not going.
That's what happened when he shooted.
James. They both wear the camo. They're both alike, him and James. They both.
James just got abducted by aliens in front of our eyes. He wasn't there for a minute.
I love it.
I had my dealings with them.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
I thought you were frozen and you blinked.
You okay there, James?
Oh yeah.
Blink
Okay.
twice.
What do you think?
You have the
What do you think
sideways
he's
blink and the regular blink. He's really a reptilian. Took over his body.
I can't believe he's not wearing his camo today. He's always have his camo on.
All right, fellas, we'll go. I'll go ahead and let you go. I got another show to air here in a minute. That's pre-recorded anyway. So
Okay.
it's been a real treat. Yeah.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for letting us show our evidence, because I think that's important on a podcast sometimes. You know, just talking sometimes are so boring, and I'm like, I'm out of here. Give me
stay in
some
touch
stuff.
too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Have a show with Tim. We're gonna be waiting on Tim's show.
Yeah.
For real. He's got stuff.
Prepare for spam, Tim. I'm coming at you with it.
Okay.
All right, let's get the music started back and wrap her up.
Take care.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone, for real. That was fun.
Thank you.
I never didn't believe in Bigfoot. I never believed in it. I didn't believe in it. I never given it any thought.
They kept wood knocking back and forth to each other, and it was in a pattern.
Barn owls don't typically throw rocks.
I come across these tracks.
Sasquatch is still not on my mind.